Everybody, welcome back to Rob's MetalWorks. We are here on the northeast side of town. And when we come to this side of town, there's only one place to party, and that's at Zombies. We're here tonight to have a great time, especially to check out our brothers from El Paso. I have the band March of Chronos here on the program. I have James and the man Jose here. How you doing?
Pretty good. Doing well. Awesome, actually. Just had a sick set.
Yes, we're going to talk about that, Jose. Thanks for being on our program tonight. James, oh my God, I go way back with you, sir. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. Great.
Dude, back in the day, you were a shredder. Like when we last interviewed, it was 2002. Now, like you were like at a totally new level. So I can see like the 10 years that I last saw you, where you are now as a musician. So for me, that's a beautiful thing to see.
I appreciate that. Yeah, it's been a hard road. Been just practicing, been through a lot of lineup changes, and Angel Bird and all those guys. I think Hector G, if you remember him, he's the only guy keeping up with the music. He's in local bands. And everyone else has their families and everything. Everyone just split their own ways. And Zeus, remember the quiet guy, Jesus Ortega? Yeah, he actually...
The other guitar player.
Yeah, the other guitar player. Did you ever hear anything that happened in El Paso with Broken Hope and Deicide? He slashed up all these people.
Oh, that was him.
That was him.
Oh my God, we were just talking about that today, Mark, right? The guy from... It was Jose.
It was Jesus.
Was he on crack or what?
I think he was just really drunk.
Psycho. And now you gotta say I was in a band with that dude.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, let's forget all about that. Let's talk about March of Chronos. I'm so glad that we did this interview after your set, because really my guys and I were up there in the front and you guys were blowing us away. And I will say this on camera because there's a lot of technical metal bands in San Antonio. What I loved about your technicality, your songs, your music, was that you actually, show how great you are as musicians with the dexterity of your playing, but the song never gets lost. It's always there. And that is hard to accomplish in progressive, technical, whatever you want to call it, metal.
Yeah, we hear you. I mean, we try. I mean, we definitely have somewhat of that technical side, I guess you could say, but we really still try to keep that melody, try to keep the person's ear, just, I guess, catchy even to a point, I mean, I know we're a little bit all over the place, but, we try to keep that. We try to, in a sense, keep that melody there so that the person's ear is just always, it catches it, it keeps it, even though we're going all over the place, but we try for that sound.
Well, even sometimes I notice in James playing, I mean, as fast as you can play and as hard as you can play, you don't always play like that. There's always some... in between some of that, there's some melody, there's some slow notes in the solo, and that, I think, really gives the music all the vibe and the energy. So, for people tonight who are first learning about the band, talk about the beginnings of March of Chronos.
Oh, the beginnings in 2006, actually. Me and my buddy Luciano started the band, and we found a lineup pretty quick, but without a vocalist. We've always been instrumental because we haven't been able to find a vocalist that can match the note. We always wanted someone to sing clean. Power metal has always been our influence. Power metal, thrash were our two biggest influences. But in El Paso, it's really hard. Everyone's into like metalcore or just death metal. So everyone wants to just scream, but we want someone that can hit those notes with us and carry that melody. So we haven't been able to find it. So we decided, like, screw it. Let's just keep playing, play shows instead of sit here in a garage just writing all these songs for nothing. Let's go out there and play. Let's tour. Let's do as much as we can, record and everything until we can find someone that's worthy enough to be the vocalist.
Yeah. So you guys are on Facebook. I was happy to hear some of the tunes that you have online. Talk a little bit about some of those songs. Are those fairly recent songs? Are those songs that you guys have just been working on these last few years? What can fans expect from you musically?
Well, the thing, we never really shoot for anything. Some of those songs are recording, actually one of them is recent, Ultra Vanquishing, that's one of our newer ones, and that's not the direction we're going, definitely not. It's just whatever comes out, whatever we're feeling at the time. We're never thinking like, oh, it needs to be heavier, it needs to be faster, more melodic. It's always about just what we feel at the time and whatever comes out. So Quest for Rum's one of our older songs. That one's from back in 2007. Immortals is about the midpoint of the Chronos timeline.
So the songs that you have available, tell the people out there where they can download them to really get them on their iTunes and hear them on their stereo and cars and everything.
Yeah, for sure. It's for free, actually, a 3-song demo on reverbnation.com.
Free.
Yeah, just put March of Chronos, that's Chronos, and it's a 3-song demo for free. We've had that out for about 3-4 months, but I mean, it's there. You know, hopefully we're really planning on recording a couple more pretty soon, hopefully within the next 2-3 months, we're hoping. But for right now, we got those up and they're for free, so reverbnation.com.
Do you ever want to kind of release like a full-length piece of work to the market?
Yeah, that's pretty much what we're aiming for. The lineup we have right now, it's been about a year, little over a year that we've had this lineup. We have a good amount of songs, really. You know, it looks like we got maybe about 6-7 songs with a couple more in the bank. So that's what we're shooting for. So we want to get that full album. I mean, we're hoping by the end of maybe this coming year, you know, maybe the mid. I mean, that's still, we got a lot to talk about, but that's exactly what we're aiming for. That's what we're going for.
It's great to see you out here in San Antonio. You guys are an El Paso band. El Paso's fucking far from here, okay? What do you want to accomplish with the road? What's your approach to the road?
Well, at the moment, the road is just to get our name out there, just plant seeds, because we've been stuck in El Paso for years. And yeah, well, 2002 is when I first met you. Yeah. It's been a long road, but finally
we both look better, don't we? Look at us. Look at how great looking men we are.
Well, yeah, so I finally found committed and dedicated members, because before it's just, man, it's so hard to find people that are willing to go out on the road. Everyone has their jobs, their families, their responsibilities, but finally I have a lineup that everyone's on the same page. Everyone has that same goal. It's like, let's get out there, get our name out there, and for now it's find a vocalist. That's the main goal at the moment. But if people like it without a vocalist, then we'll just keep doing it.
Well, that's my next question. Has there ever been the option on the table just not to have a vocalist? Just to say, like, hey, we're a badass band and we don't need a vocalist. We just rock it. Because it seemed like tonight, Mark, one of my guys, told me this. He says, Rob, the thing about bands that don't have vocalists, like, people lose interest after like a song or two. Because most musical bands are just attractive to other musicians.
Exactly.
So for fans who just love heavy metal, I think that's a stigma that comes along with being a band that doesn't have a vocalist. But ironically, you guys kept everyone's attention tonight, and everybody stood still for the whole set and watched it. Like, everybody was like, holy smokes. So I think, for whatever it's worth, that you guys could be a band without a vocalist and be just as recognized and marketed and gigged as a band that did have vocalists.
Yeah, we appreciate that, man. That means a lot, because sometimes we worry. Everyone's there just watching, like, wait a minute, do they like it? What's happening? They're just staring at us. And then after the song ends, then we hear the claps and cheers, like, phew, all right, like, they do like us. But we go through that every time.
Well, I'd be remiss not to mention your other guitar player, because he's also a very special talent. I was watching him tonight, too. What's his name?
His name is Alan Herring. Alan Herring, yeah.
Is he from El Paso?
Yeah, he's definitely from El Paso. Right now he's from El Paso. He's originally from New York, had some bands out there, had his local bands here there in El Paso, me as well. All of us actually came from definitely a background of different bands. All of us have been doing this for at least, I want to say 10 years at least, maybe the drummer, I have actually met the drummer Saul. He's my buddy from middle school, actually. Wow. Yeah, so I've known that guy that long. I got James over here that I've known since I was in high school, and man, I was young back then. I was like 18 back then. I remember going to this guy's house way back then. So yeah, we've all been doing it for 10 years. I mean, talking about touring, man, I've been trying to do that shit for about 11 years, and I'm finally getting on the road. You know, it feels great. It feels awesome. We're very, very happy with the way San Antonio's been treating us. Everybody's just been very receptive of us and treating us well. You know, it's been great.
Well, you know, the rumors that you hear about San Antonio being the heavy metal capital of Texas are true.
Yeah, most definitely.
Very true. So, as we look ahead, and the new year is about to be rolling around the corner, you know, we sit here almost in the middle of November. What do you foresee for 2014 for the band? What would you like to happen for the band?
what I would like to happen is during the winter, take a break from shows and just focus on writing new material, getting everything tight and ready for recording. And yeah, pump out that full length, and hopefully we actually do have a vocalist that we're working with, but he wasn't ready for this show because we barely got him a few weeks ago. He's barely started working with us, and he's an amazing, very talented singer. But we'll see how that goes, because we know how we've had lots of experiences with people, so we're not expecting
Don't fucking settle.
no.
You guys, honestly, you guys are too good to settle. Do not fucking settle.
No, he's
Okay.
amazing. He's an amazing singer. He can hit the highs, the lows. His cleans are just uncanny. He's well-rounded, amazing singer. And unfortunately, we couldn't get him out here with us today. We scheduled this little mini tour before he started jamming with us, so he wasn't able to come by. But that's what I want to do. I want to focus on working with him and see how it goes over the winter, and try to get that a full length with vocals, hopefully. If not, instrumental. And then by hopefully maybe March or so, for the March of Chronos, maybe we can start...
March 2014 of Chronos. Okay, so as we end out, fans tonight obviously will be piqued by this interview. Where can they go online to hear more about March of Chronos?
Like everybody else in the world right now, or maybe the U.S., Facebook.com/March of Chronos. Got all our updates there. We're playing, like I said, playing many shows. You can find the updates on our music as well. So yeah, I mean, Facebook, Reverb Nation, like I said earlier, you could hit us up there. And please go on and give us some feedback. Let us know what you think. Let us know if you suck or whatever. We don't care. Just go on and, get on, interact with us. We really enjoy our fans. Everybody that comes up to us tells us that they love our music. I mean, God, I just want to hug everybody. And thank you. Yeah, thank you. And please, let's hang out a little bit, Let's have, so.
Thanks, Jose.
Yeah, sure.
I appreciate you taking the time. James, great to see you, my friend. It's great to see you. I'm so happy that you're still doing music, because, even as a young man 10 years ago, I can say, when I saw you play, I was like, that dude's a little special. He sticks out a little bit than the other guys in this scene. So I'm happy to see you continuing doing what you do and the passion that you have for playing guitar. Remember, everybody, you saw the band March of Chronos right here on Rob's MetalWorks.